Was packing with your YouTube. Shout out to all the pack addicts. And it is Bear Week. We play against the Chicago Bears this week. Rivalry week. And we're going to whoop their ass. We own the damn Bears. Been beating their ass for quite some time now. Once again, we facing off against... Why is all this shit in the street? Once again, we facing off against a rookie quarterback. So the defense should be geared up, ready to rock and roll and get after Justin Fields. We just can't let none of their young receivers get open down the field and make big plays. I don't know if Khalil Mack is going to play or if he's still hurt. I know he didn't play last game. So we just have to see what the injury report is going to give us this week. Hopefully we could get some guys back. We could get Elton Jenkins back. We could get hopefully we could get Myers back, our center. Hopefully we could get him back. He's banged up. But I'm more excited to see how awesome this offense is going to look against this defense. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to shine this week against the Chicago Bears. Probably see another big game from Devontae Adams and Randall Cobb, who's a Bear killer too. So, it's going to be hunting season on Sunday, to go put a bear head on the mantle again. Besides that, a lot of bullshit going on in sports. Of course, the news about Jon Gruden resigning from being the head coach with the Raiders after the emails came out. Look, it says we kind of feel like he probably feel like Hillary Clinton right now. So yeah, man, whoever's behind the Jon Gruden stuff, man, yeesh. All of the racial stuff and homophobic stuff he said in the emails, that kind of stuff don't fly in today's world, man. Whoever dug up those emails from 2011 must have had it out for Jon Gruden. Somebody had it out for him. And they waited for the perfect time for him to get him caught up. And it's crazy because you go back to the Ravens game, and the what's his name, Nesbitt, the defensive guy who came out before the season started, that he was gay, makes the big play by making Buckwheat Jackson fumble the ball for them to win the game. And now this hits the fan. So now I don't think Derek Carr is leaving the Raiders, unless that's going to be a Mike Mayock decision. But I don't think Derek Carr is leaving the Raiders no time soon now, after all of this shit that happened. They have an interim coach. I forget his name, man. He's going to coach the Raiders. I still think the Raiders can still win games. Maybe Jon Gruden, maybe they play better. Maybe Jon Gruden have to be the one that they needed out of the way. So you got all these. This was a bad week for field goals. A lot of kickers missing field goals, man. There was some field goals missed in the Monday night game with the Ravens versus the Colts. Bad week for kickers. It just seems like every year there's like a week where it's just bad kicking, bad field goal kicking. And I guess week 5 was it. The 5th week of the season was the week where a lot of field goals was missed, which is weird. So beating the Bears, this could be a a good chance to put ourselves in a position in the NFC, in the power rankings. We'll probably move up to probably the second or third best team. They just always got to kick the Packers down. You know what I'm saying? The defense is playing well. Joe Barry is now getting a grasp on the personnel that he needs on the field to pull off the scheme that he's running. And the linebacker core it's almost fixed. I mean, Javonte Campbell is playing lights out football, and once Jalen Smith gets brought up to speed on the scheme, I think this linebacking core might be, I'm not going to say great, but I think it's going to be good enough. I think it's going to be good enough to win games and have us hold our own in crucial moments, because Campbell, man, geez, that dude, undrafted, found this guy out of nowhere. And now he's making a statement and proving a point that he should be playing in this league. So the Packers found them somebody, man. They found them a hell of a player right there. Cause that guy, man, and I know people might say, "Oh, it's just against the Bengals." Nah, I think he's gonna get better week in, week out. If he stays healthy, I think he's gonna get better. You put him along with Chris Barnes, who needs to step it up a little bit. But I think once Jalen Smith grasps the concept of the defense, I think that this defense is gonna be, top 10 defense. Offense, sometimes we get a little stagnant, you know what I'm saying, on offense. I think Matt LaFleur is still kind of playing with the backfield a little bit with A.J. Dillon and Aaron Jones, because we're starting to see A.J. Dillon go out and catch passes now out of the backfield. And certain parts of the game, especially like late in the third quarter, we'll just let A.J. Dillon, run the ball, which I like. And then you can have Aaron Jones close it out with a big run like he did. And that game should have been already won, man. Just the field goals kind of threw everything off. But yeah, I once our O-line, Bakhtiari, comes back, our O-line gets healthy, I think this team's gonna have a big shot at getting to the bowl this year. I'm not saying we're going. I'm just saying we're gonna have a pretty good shot of getting there this year. So we just, like I said, man, week by week, just take it one game at a time. But I like what I'm seeing so far from this team, especially on the defensive side of the ball. You just see all the guys playing in unison. Pass rush is looking great. The linebackers, starting to come along, and then our secondary. We got to tackle better. Eric Stokes, he a little light in the ass, but he is making an effort to tackle. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing I will say I respect about him the most, is that he is willing to go out there and try to tackle somebody. He not gonna just let somebody get by him and push him out the way. Seen Kevin King very aggressive this past week against the Bengals, and he gotta play like that every game. You know what I'm saying? Now he's gonna be fighting. Now he's fighting for his position. Jair Alexander, he solidified at his spot, but Kevin King is now fighting for his position. He's fighting for playing time, and this is when you get the best out of your players. So I'm expecting to see Kevin King keep pushing to play great football. He might get an interception. He might pick the ball off this week against Justin Fields. You know what I'm saying? He might get lucky. I want to see Eric Stokes pick him off. See him get rewarded for the great effort he's been playing. He turned it into a shutdown corner, because they was testing him. They was trying to test him. They was trying to test the young man, and he held his own. But all in all, man, this team is, showing me, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what it's showing y'all, but it's showing me that they got some identity now. They got some identity. They tough. They showing that they could go out there and bang with the rough and tough teams. They could go out there and they can hit. They could go out there and they could punch people in the mouth. And that's what you want to see out of your team. You just want to see them be aggressive. So, it's time to go bear hunting. It's time to go kick the Chicago Bears in the ass this week. This is something we used to. It should be home field advantage, especially with Randall Cobb back. I would love to see Randall Cobb have a big game in Chicago, just to remind all of the Chicago Bear fans of who he is, and feel that sting of the dagger again going through their hearts. 4th and 8. 4th and 8. Go Pack, go.